everybody. Sejam bem-vindos. My name is Natália Trigo. I'm from the DAD team in Brazil, and it is a pleasure to welcome you all here today. Thank you for joining us for one more session of the series Meet the German Higher Education Institutions. So, a brief introduction. Germany has more than 400 universities that can be found in many different locations throughout the country. And together, these universities offer almost 20,000 degrees. So you have a lot of different options. And there are many reasons why you should consider studying in Germany, and not by chance. It has been recently ranked in third position as favorite countries of students all over the world for their studies abroad. And today we have the pleasure to welcome representatives of not one, but three excellent new German universities. So we have today representatives of the Pforzheim University, of the HTW Berlin, and of the BTU Cottbus-Senftenberg. And each institution will make a 10-minute presentation, starting with the HTW Berlin. And afterwards, we'll have time for that to answer your questions. So meanwhile, I encourage you to write all of your questions in the chat box below, and they will be addressed at the end. One last reminder, this session is being recorded, so if you miss something, this session will be available later on our YouTube channel. So don't worry. And I will finally now give the word to our guests, starting with Ms. Zedelis of the HTW Berlin. Please turn on your microphone and the stage is yours.
Yes, hello. Thanks a lot. I hope you can hear me. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Very warm welcome from Berlin to everybody who has joined this presentation with the DAAD Brazil. My name is Silke Sedlis. I'm one of the program managers of the International Postgraduate Master's degrees at HTW, which I would like to introduce to you very shortly. So first, some facts about HTW Berlin. It's the largest university of applied sciences in Berlin. We have 5 faculties and 70-degree programs with about 14,000 students, of which 3,000 are internationals. We have around about 300 professors, 800 associate lecturers, and 3,000 graduates every year. So one good fact to know about HTW is that it is a University of Applied Sciences. So what does that mean? As opposed to research-oriented universities, University of Applied Sciences has a practice-oriented academic approach, which is geared towards market demands. So all of our professors bring rich industry experience. We work together with lecturers from the field. There will be typically practical exercises and case studies and very many hands-on elements in the teaching. There are also a lot of cooperations going on with companies, and there's internships, and you can also write your master's thesis at a company. And what this all adds up to in the end is high employability. And you can tell that this concept actually works when looking at the ranking of Wirtschaftswoche, one of the business newspapers, large business newspapers in Germany, where HR managers of the biggest German companies rank Berlin, HTW Berlin study programs again this year as the top industry-oriented study programs in Germany. So yeah, what kind of international masters do we offer? There's masters in project management and data science, in business administration and engineering, life science management, professional IT, business and digitalization, and also, international business, international development economics, and construction and RE management. And I would like to very briefly introduce you to one of these programs, and that is the project management and data science program. But first of all, let me mention some offers that are open to all of our students and of course to all of our international students also. We offer the full student services, library, PC pools, canteens, sports centers, etc., but also offers that are specially geared towards the entry to the job market of our students, such as Career Center, or even for students who want to start their own company, either while they're studying or afterwards in a startup competence center. And something that might interest you as internationals especially is that there's not only an international office for HTW, but all of our international master's degrees have their own program offices. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for the international students, where you can go with all your questions and queries, such as visa issues, coming to Germany, coming to Berlin, starting your studies. And we also organize extracurricular activities, such as, for example, canoe outings that you can see here on the picture. So we are very dedicated to taking good care of you when you come to HTW Berlin. So coming back to the Master in Project Management and Data Science as an example, this program will give you dual competence in data analysis and project management, which is quite unique as a topic. It is also special in that the classes are quite small, with maximum of 35 students, and still we have 16 or more nationalities in every cohort. So not only is Berlin and HTW very international, this program is very multinational too. It's taught fully in English, as are all of our international master's programs, so no need for German. And something that is really special about this program also is that you have the option to study online or on campus, and you can choose freely and also switch between modes. As I said before, career prospects are excellent for our programs, and this is true also for the MPMD. And if you want to look at these numbers and more, you can later on surf to our website and check it out. If this would be something that is interesting to you, you can apply now for the winter semester 2024-25. And you can apply if you hold a bachelor's and have at least 1 year of postgraduate work experience, and this is true for all of our international master's degrees. Obviously, you need to be fluent in English, since the program is held in English, and we also for us, it's also very important that our students are motivated, and this is especially true for anybody who has not studied either project management and data science before. You're welcome in the program if you really are into data science and project management. So career changes, welcome. But of course, you might be interested in other topics, such as managing the interface between business and engineering. Then the MBA and E would be your program. Or maybe you want to become a life science manager at the intersection of science, engineering, and management. Then the engineering in the life science management study program might be the right choice for you. Or if you want to be involved in a combination of in-depth IT skills and economic aspects, then professional IT business and digitalization would be your program. So enough from me. One of our students, Lydia, has agreed to also tell you very briefly some impressions from a student's perspective of the program and HTW. So I hand over to Lydia.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Lydia. My background is actually an economist. I decided to start the master program in project management and data science because nowadays we have like a huge market in IT, and this master degree actually it's very updated. Even that I am in the third semester, they already added everything about AI. So I love that program in that way. So I would like to share with you some of the impressions that I have from the program and also from Berlin. So firstly, you have to know that the university, HTW at Berlin, is one of the most I feel like it's balanced, very balanced between what is your life outside the university and inside the university. So you can find like different activities to do there and to know a lot of people, for example. Inside the program also it's quite interesting how balanced is between the soft skills that are needed to the project management degree, and at the same time the balance with all the technical information that you need to be a proper data scientist. So the thing about like choosing this program for me make me be able to be prepared to decide to continue as a data scientist or as a project manager, and at the same time being a project manager to be able to calculate the proper KPIs. Being in the third semester, right now I am doing an internship in a very important company in Berlin, and everything that I have like studied there, I am applying it. So I love the idea of this thing of making applicable, like an applied master degree. So it's quite important from my point of view if you want to learn from people that it's going to share their experience with you. And continue with what is the living in Berlin. It's quite interesting because I have been learning German. I don't know the language very well because this program is entirely in English. So I decided to choose Berlin and Germany because I wanted to know more about the culture, and it has been very like challenging for one side, and the other side it's like quite valuable. So I am learning German and sharing a lot of new things about this country. If you have any questions, I can continue giving you some tips from Berlin or from the university in order to find like the proper master that you would like to know. So I will be waiting here. Thank you a lot.
Thanks, Lydia. I guess we're through. Maybe I just add that we will send you the presentation afterwards, after our meeting today. So you will find also all the URLs, the website addresses to look up the information, and of course also you're more than welcome to write to us. You will reach me and also Lydia at service-mpmd at htwberlin.de, and also the program managers, my colleagues from the other programs. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to your questions in our Q&A round. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for the presentation. It was really informative, and now I will call our colleague from the BTU Cottbus-Senftenberg, Miss Walter. No, I'm sorry, Miss Meisner.
Exactly. All right, just checking, is everything fine with my audio?
Yes, can hear you.
Great. Right. Then thank you. And I would like to immediately start with the presentation so that we don't waste any of our time. So my name is Anke Meissner. I am working in the international office here at the BTU, which is short for Brandenburg University of Technology. And I would like to take you to a short introduction to our university, within which I just would like to quickly pinpoint where we are located, because yeah, a lot of prospective students do not know where Brandenburg exactly lies. So we always say we are in the heart of Europe, as a lot of German places are. You can find us on the northeastern part of Germany, within the federal state of Brandenburg. That's also where the name comes from. And currently, there is a train which connects us really quickly to Berlin. So about 1 hour and 20 minutes, you are in Berlin from our university here in Cottbus-Senftenberg. And also there's a very short transfer to Poland, for example, or also Prague and Dresden are very close by. Brandenburg is a very big federal state in Germany, with lots of parks and nature to wander around. The region where Cottbus and also Senftenberg are located is called Lusatia, and close to Lusatia we have the Spreewald, which offers you some views like you see here in the slide. So yeah, just very German countryside, lots of water activities for our students, and just lots of activities to do outside. We are a very international university, which we would like to highlight with this picture, with these pictures here. We are currently around about 40% of our students are international students, and we are celebrating these different cultures and this diversity through many different events throughout the year. And we like to welcome everyone from different countries. And we're also very proud that also a lot of students from other countries come here to study at our university. First of all, I would like to go into a little bit more detail what the university has to offer to you. So currently we are offering 63 different study programs in 6 different faculties, but predominantly in the STEM subjects. We are a quite small university. We have 6,800 students at the moment, out of which 37% are international students. And from our study programs, around about a third are our international study programs, meaning that they're taught in English. Also, we're close to Berlin and Dresden, as I already said, and yeah, for Germany we have quite some sunshine, but I guess that's no comparison to Brazil, where you're all from. We are a quite young university. We just celebrated our 10th anniversary this year. And currently all of our faculties are still looking for new inspirations and the new questions and topics of tomorrow in order to form their research. And within the 4 topics of energy transition and decarbonization, global change and transformation processes, health and life sciences, as well as artificial intelligence and sensor technology, we are offering the study programs in our 6 faculties. As you can see, of course, there is a big main point is within the STEM subjects, but as well as environmental and natural sciences, and also engineering sciences. But we also have a faculty reflecting social work and healthcare, business and law, but also architecture, civil engineering, and urban planning. Here you have an overview of our English taught programs, as you can see them here. There's currently only 1 bachelor's program taught in English, quite a variety of master's programs, and also a few PhD programs. It is important to mention that unfortunately we will not have sufficient time to go into more detail in any of them, as I am just representing the whole university, but you will receive the presentation afterwards and also have the possibility to check out the different study programs from recent semesters: biotechnology, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, power engineering, but also environmental and resource management and World Heritage Studies are very popular amongst our international students. Additionally, we are offering preparatory programs, so programs with which you can come to our university even if you do not have sufficient German language knowledge. If you're planning to study in German, I've already seen somebody wrote also something in German, so yeah, we would like to encourage that, and also think that it's a great opportunity also to study programs at our university in German. If you're interested in that and your German level is not quite sufficient for starting your study program, we also offer full or half-year programs in order to reach the necessary German level and then start your study at our university. What differs from the BTU than from other universities? I would just like to give you a quick insight. As I already said, internationality and diversity are very important to us. A large share of our students is from over 100 different countries, and we are quite a big international office working on welcoming all of them and making them feel at home from the very first day. But also we have quite a large network of partner universities, so that going abroad during your semesters even would be a chance to experience even more different cultures. As we are a small university, there are also small learning groups and small student groups in our lectures, which means that our professors can take care of your questions. They're very approachable, and you can discuss with them your study projects, your research ideas, and have just a better learning success and individual academic supervision. We are in Germany, comparing to a lot of other university cities, quite affordable. Of course, first of all, we are a state university, a public university, meaning that there are no tuition fees for most of our study programs. And close to the university, we are offering affordable student dormitories and other accommodation options. All in all, Cottbus and Senftenberg are both the most affordable places to study throughout whole Germany. And there are, of course, also some smaller scholarships, but also scholarship opportunities from the DAAD and also student job opportunities in order to help you finance your studies. Regarding cost of studying, I just have a quick overview here with what costs you should calculate when budgeting for a study stay here in Germany. So currently our university has a semester fee which every student has to pay, which is like an administrative fee of 165 euros for half a year. And then regarding accommodation, health insurance, groceries and food, transportation, but also, of course, other things, you should budget between 730 to 950 euros for a month. Next to this, we are a campus university, meaning that all ateliers, all our laboratories, our library are all in one place, so that you don't have to commute and can just use the short ways to even higher your learning success. And fifth but not least, there are a lot of other things to do here in Cottbus and in Senftenberg. There is an offer of university sports where you can engage. There are many different events, music and cinema festivals, and also a lot of student activities like a theater, a board game club, and anything that you might like, so that you can also enjoy your free time here in Brandenburg. As I said, our international office is quite big, and we are always trying to especially help our students during the time of arrival here at our university. So the people you see here on the picture are actually our student tutors of our welcome team. There are always different students who help the international students just arriving here and help them with their questions during the phase of arrival and of course enrollment, because we know this is always a time where there's a lot of stuff to organize and just to settle down here in Germany. For this, we have the so-called welcome and registration point, and also other special support. Additionally, we offer excursions and events throughout the semester to get to know not only Cottbus-Senftenberg, but also other parts of the region where the students can enroll and then have a nice trip to some cultural sites. As I said, we are awarding some smaller scholarships within our cooperation with the DAAD, and we are a contact partner for counseling for any questions and challenges. It is very important that we take care of our international students, and we have a lot of colleagues who take care of any questions. And last but not least, of course, there are also a lot of international students who have some student groups and offer student events. So there's a very international life here at our campus. And to close my little presentation, I would like to just quickly give you an insight on how to apply if you're interested. Of course, first of all, you should choose one of our study programs. What is important to mention here is that most of our study programs do not have a minimum GPA, so there's no minimum grade which is needed to be admitted. There are some programs, for example, architecture, where additionally to your degree, we will need a portfolio of your artistic work in order to decide over your admission. Step 2 is, of course, prepare all documents needed. There are two main documents which you should prepare, which is first the higher education entrance qualification for Germany, meaning your high school diploma, or if you're interested in a master's program, of course, your bachelor's degree, and then the proof of language proficiency, meaning for any way the German or a English language program, you will need to prove your language proficiency. And then also very important, if you have an international diploma, the application is run through Uni Assist, which is a partner of us. They will be checking your application, and if everything's fine, the application will be forwarded to us, and then everything is taken care of from the BTU ourselves. Also important, if you're interested in studying in Germany, there is a very important date, namely the start of the winter semester, which is October 1st. In most of the higher education institutions in Germany, and which is at the BTU also the main study start for all study programs. So if you're interested in starting your studies next year, all of the study programs start in winter semester, or most of the master programs also start in summer semester, which is always April 1st. And if you're interested in applying, the application for winter semester will start March 1st, always half a year ahead before the semester starts. And for summer semester, mostly starts November. So if you're currently thinking about coming to Germany, the application deadline is open. If you're looking into a master's program, it is also possible to start in summer semester. And with this, I would like to already close my presentation. You can find here my contact data. I would be very happy to answer any question regarding individual topics, but also like topics in general. And as I already said, we will also be sending out the presentation with our information, also some links where you can find additional information. And if there are any questions now, I am happy to answer them right away.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I think we can address the questions later so that we can proceed with the presentation. We have one more.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. So last but not least, we will hear about the Pforzheim University.
Thank you. Yeah, so welcome again from our side. My name is Janina Walter. I'm the admissions coordinator for the MBA in International Management at Pforzheim University. And with me today is my colleague Tanya, who's our program coordinator.
Hi.
And we will dive right into our presentation. So, and yeah, the very important question is where we located. From the Berlin-Brandenburg area, we jump into the southwest of Germany. So we are located in the greater Stuttgart area in the federal state of Baden-Württemberg. And we are actually close to our neighbor countries, France, Switzerland, and Austria. And Pforzheim is actually well connected to other big cities. First of all, of course, Stuttgart and Karlsruhe, but also it's easy to travel to Munich and Frankfurt, for example, and then to our neighbor countries, as mentioned earlier. And very important for Pforzheim is its proximity to the Black Forest, which is very important when it comes to your leisure activities during the weekends and free time.
Now we have a closer look at our region, especially if it comes to companies that are located around here. We are located in an economically quite strong region with a rather low unemployment rate. And you see some familiar names on that map here. The big players such as SAP, Siemens or Bosch, you can find here around Pforzheim. But of course, the automotive industry with Daimler and Porsche. But there's many other companies that are mid-sized companies. Mainly those are traditional family businesses, and they form the strong backbone of the economy here in the southwest of Germany. Many of those mid-sized companies are hidden champions, how we call them, and they are global leaders in their respective industries. Also here, we brought along a couple of pictures to give you a better impression of Pforzheim, how it looks like. As Janina mentioned, we are close to the Black Forest, which offers great opportunities for your leisure time. You can go skiing in winter. You can go for beautiful hikes along the riverbanks. We are really close or almost at the border to the Black Forest, so it's also great to spend your leisure time there. Pforzheim is the city of gold, so there's a big topic is design and jewelry making, so there's lots to do in Pforzheim and the surroundings.
So next, we would like to provide a short overview of Pforzheim University and its 3 schools. So actually, Pforzheim University all started back in 1877 when the School of Design was founded, and later it got joined by the School of Engineering and the Business School. The Business School started in 1963. Today, the Business School has around 3,500 students who are being taught by 97 professors, and we have around 100 partner universities all across the globe. And when it comes to internationality, let me also mention that we have around 900 international students each year who come from around 70 nations. And now I'll move on to the business school. The business school Pforzheim today has in total more than 17,000 graduates, and they come from 14 bachelor programs and 12 master programs. In Pforzheim, we actually have 2 MBA programs, 2 Masters of Business Administration. One is an executive part-time MBA, which is all taught in German. And then there is our MBA in International Management, which is a full-time program and all taught in English. Very important for the business school is the ASESB accreditation, which was first achieved in 2011 and has been reaccredited twice, most recently in 2022.
Jetzt nicht weiter. Okay, with this slide, we want to give you a short overview of our MBA program. Our MBA program is open to graduates from all different backgrounds, whether you studied liberal arts or whether you're a lawyer, physician, or an engineer, our program is open to all of you. People with non-business backgrounds, they do the 21 months full-time MBA program, which runs over 4 semesters. It always starts in the winter semester in October, and in the first semester, it's mainly the business foundations that are covered. If people are having a business background already, they're able to start in the second semester only, and they do the so-called short track, which runs only over 3 semesters and which duration is 16 months. The course language of our MBA program is English, but there are German classes integrated into our program. Most of our graduates will stay in Germany after their graduation, find jobs here, and it's a vital thing to be able to speak German then. So we offer German classes on all levels, and we will allocate you to the right class as soon as you get here. But those are not mandatory at all. Our education is based on 2 pillars. Firstly, on general management education, and then on a specialization in innovation management, sustainable globalization, and digital transformation. Especially in the second and in the third semester, we have many electives offered to our students, electives in the area of marketing, of finance and accounting, of big data and AI, for example. So all of our students are able to choose the direction they want to follow the career in after their graduation. We have a small class size, so we only take in a maximum of 25 students per year, which means that we have a quite low student-faculty ratio, and that allows our professors to concentrate and really work together with our students, and they can concentrate on the individual students and support them. Since we are a University of Applied Sciences, our professors do not just hold a PhD, but they also have practical experience. All of them have worked at least 5 years in the industry, in senior management positions. Some of them have even been CEOs of different companies. Our tuition fees are 4,400 euros per semester. Compared with other MBA programs, those tuition fees are quite low. The reason for that is that we are part of a public university, of Pforzheim University, and therefore we don't need to make big profit, but we are able to put all the money we make right back into the program and offer our program to with moderate costs.
Now here we would like to take a short look at our MBA curriculum. We will also send out the slides after this presentation so you can take a closer look. Let me just point out a few things. So first of all, as Tanya mentioned, we have 2 intakes. One is for candidates from all backgrounds and one is specifically for business graduates. So in the first semester, we cover all business foundations for those candidates who haven't done any previous degree in a business related field. And then in the second and third semester, we focus on courses such as innovation management and digital business models, on sustainable globalization and management skills. Very important for our program are the elective options. So every student gets the chance to pursue their own individual interest and career focus. So for example, we have electives from the fields of accounting and finance, marketing, big data and artificial intelligence, and other recent trends and business developments in the current business world. And then the third semester is also the time when some of our students can do a semester abroad at one of our partner universities. This is optional for international candidates, and Tanya will mention it later again. And in the last semester is when our students write their thesis, and this can be either done independently or on a topic of your own. Throughout the program, we have our German language classes, as Tanya mentioned already, and we have the so-called company experience, which is a really great networking opportunity when we go to companies during our excursions, or we have guests in class or alumni events. We're moving on to the next slide.
There we go. So you might ask yourself, what's so special about our MBA program? We do have an intense cooperation with companies, not only in the southwest of Germany, but all over Germany. So we take our students to company visits. We have guests in classroom that are giving talks to our students, and our students go into company projects, which mean that a group of 3 to 5 students are working on a real life project together with a company. And many of those findings get implemented at the respective companies. The cross-cultural experience is another very strong thing, a very strong point about our program. That starts already in classroom, since we have students usually from between 5 to 10 different nationalities in a class. Our students get used to work in international groups. We also have guest professors coming in each year from the US, from South Africa and the UK, also from Switzerland. And they teach our students different classes, and that also gives our students a different perspective on how business is taught in different countries. The exchange semester in the third semester can take our students to some of our over 100 partner universities on all over the world. And we do also offer a double degree MBA program with the Ischgede University in Lisbon, Portugal.
So on our next slide, we have the overview of our admission requirements and the application process. Let me just point out that since we are a master's program, we require a previously completed undergraduate degree at least, plus a work experience of 2 years or more after your first university degree. The application process starts with the submission of your application form and documents via our online application platform. And as a second stage, we will invite all candidates for an personal interview. The application deadlines for our admission process are June 15th for all candidates who still need a visa, or December 15th when applying for the March intake.
Now, we want to give some of our alumni a chance to give you and share their impression and their experience with our program with you. There's Eduardo, for example, from Mexico. Through our program, he was able to switch his career from an engineering background into international marketing. The MBA program at Pforzheim University allowed him to broaden his set of skills and to give him a rounded profile. Franco from Brazil, who's now working for Amazon Music in Spain, he was able to develop a business acumen, and he started a network from zero in Germany and now in Spain through our program. And he also praises the outstanding professors that bring to the class their excellent market experience. Gabriela from Mexico, she was one of the students who have been in exchange at one of our French partner universities, and she praises the academic quality of the program and its accreditation by AACSB. And the cooperations with universities around the world.
Last but not least, we would like to provide a few practical information. First of all, when it comes to finding accommodation, Pforzheim is kind of an easy place, and we also support all newly accepted candidates with a housing list before their arrival. A room in a student dormitory costs around 220 euros a month. And there's a lot of other options available, for example, living in a shared apartment, which is very common in Germany. And in general, the living costs can be estimated with around 700 euros per month for Pforzheim. And as part of the regular student services, also the student ID card also serves as the public transportation ticket for Pforzheim and for the surrounding area. When arriving in Germany, or when preparing for your arrival in Germany, we also provide support through a buddy program. So we connect all new students with a senior student, and there's a lot of arrival week events happening on campus. This is when also the student initiatives introduce themselves, and in order to give everybody the chance to do at least an A1 class before the actual MBA courses start, we have a pre-semester German language class as well.
Now, how can you find a job after your graduation here at Pforzheim University? We do support you throughout your studies. Firstly, we offer preparatory classes on how to apply for a job in Germany, since this might quite differ a bit from how you're used to apply for jobs in your home country. Then our Career Center offers a lot of different events, like, for example, the Meet Master event, which brings companies onto campus that make appointments for interviews with our master students during their studies still. Some of our students could already land a job there then with those companies. Once a semester, we have a huge job fair on campus, which is called Campus X. And then, of course, there are student jobs at university and working student jobs available. So although we are a full-time program, many of our students do have working student jobs to support themselves financially during their studies. And we also run a mentoring program, which brings together our alumni with the current students, and they share their experiences with them. And many of our students could land jobs in the industry, in different industries, through our alumni. Now, on our last slide, I would like to introduce you to our team, our MBA team. There's our program director, Professor Harald Strothmann, and Professor Markus Oliver Schwab, who's responsible for company contacts and projects. Then the first point of contact, if you're interested to study with us, will be Janina. She's our admissions coordinator. Then we have the two lovely ladies, Wenke and Heide, who are responsible for the office management and that everything runs smoothly here. If you want to study abroad, then Jochen Ebert would be the person to talk to, and I'm the program coordinator. So whenever you want to have more information about our program, please contact us. You'll see our email here. We will also put it in the chat. You can check out our homepage, and we will also, as Janina mentioned earlier, share our presentation with you. Thank you so much for your attention. And I think now we are all ready for the Q&A question. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. We have a little time for the Q&A session. So I will start reading the questions we've received in the chat box. Since we've started a little bit late, we can extend the session just a few minutes so we can get through all the questions. There are not so many. So Julio has asked, I have the Italian citizenship. Is there special price for Europeans, please? So I think everyone can address this question if you have comments.
Now, in the MBA, we have the same tuition fee, whether you are from Europe or from non-European countries, even German students, everybody in our program pays the same tuition fee.
Regarding application, so if you're applying through UniAssist, there will be a small fee for applying, but it's not important where your citizenship is, but where your diploma is from. So if you have a German diploma, then you actually do not have to apply through UniAssist. But if you have a non-German diploma, so basically anything which is not the German Abitur, if you're interested in a bachelor's degree or any German bachelor, you would have to pay the fee. So the citizenship does not make a difference during the application process. And regarding everything else, at the BTU, there is no fees, as I said, so there's also no specific fees for European or non-European students.
Ms. Sidelis, your microphone is off.
Sorry.
Okay.
So at HTW, the fee is the same for everybody.
Great, thank you. And the next question is directed at the HTW Berlin. Bruno asks, do you recommend the MPMD for students who will also be working in parallel?
Most of our students do. It is a full-time study program. So depending on the knowledge level that you bring to the study program, if you are new to the fields of data science especially, but also project management, you should calculate time enough to get into the subject. But as I said, many of our students come to the field new and still work. I suspect that they don't sleep that much. But it's doable, yes.
Yeah, probably. But that's a question we actually get a lot. Yeah. It's a question we also get a lot, but we always recommend that you focus on your studies.
It should be a priority, yes.
Yes.
Actually, it is a little more relaxed, I guess, with the masters in project management and data science, since most of the content, well, the classes are recorded. So if you cannot attend at the time that they are held live, then you can usually watch the recordings. And also the material, most of the material is also provided online on our learning management system. It's Moodle. So that makes it easier to, juggle job and studies, because you are more independent concerning your time management. But it still remains a full study program. So you need to set aside enough time to actually study, because otherwise you will not succeed. Yeah, but again, most of our students do work, some full-time, although I honestly do not really know how they manage. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's done.
Thank you. Our next question is also a very frequent question. Deborah asks, what level of English is required? Some of you have already talked a little bit about that, but maybe you can also talk about what certificates are accepted by your universities.
So for our MBA in International Management, which is all taught in English, we require at least a B2 level. So for the IELTS, that would be around 7.0, or for the TOEFL, the expected score would be about 100. But anyone who would like to get that checked prior to an application, please feel free to send your score results.
Quickly show the table for our programs, as I'm not only presenting one. So these are the different programs, and as you can see, it is either TOEFL, IELTS, the Cambridge certificate, or UniCert, which is only applicable if you've already done language courses in Germany, because UniCert is a German certificate. And yeah, if you're interested in any of these programs, you can see here mostly 6.0 for IELTS or TOEFL 79. Only heritage, conversation, and site management would be 80 and 6.5. So, but yeah, very similar certificates accepted.
Yeah, maybe I can add to that. We recommend that you hold a level of C1. We do accept lower levels, but also the English proficiency is part of the ranking of the applications. We get about 300 applications for about 35 places. So if you have a better English level, you have a better chance of being offered a study place. And in any case, you should be fluent in English, not have any difficulties also following spoken English, because you need to study in English, right? So you should understand what is said. You should be able to discuss with your fellow students. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. But of course, some people have an official form with a B2 or something like that, and still are very fluent in English. If you can prove that, you could be accepted into the program, but your chances are better if you hold level C1 or better.
Thank you very much. The next is more a comment than a question, but maybe you can also make comments about it. Mari has said, my biggest issue is changing countries without a guaranteed job to afford studies. To get a job in Germany, being in Brazil is really challenging. If you have any tips about that.
It really depends on the field you're working in, I guess. if you are working in a field that is in high demand, such as data science, you could probably also apply and start working remote. Or with the MPMD, of course, you could go the other way around and start studying remote while seeking a job. But to be honest, it will be a lot easier to look for a job when you are in Germany, because people will expect to talk to you. Even if they talk to you in remote, they will probably be a lot happier hiring you when you're already in Germany. So you can try, but maybe you have to jump into the water and find financing for the first half year or so.
Yes, there's always the possibility to look for scholarships opportunities. Germany has a lot of scholarship opportunities. In the DED, you have some. If you want to contact us to know a little bit more about that. So now I'll get to the final question so that we can close our session. Esther asks, I would like to know about opportunities in sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'd like to know about opportunities in nursing in the programs presented. I don't think the programs are directed at that area, but maybe the BTU has some program for nursing.
So we have, as I said, we have a health and life science faculty, and there is actually quite a few opportunities in this field. Depends whether it's bachelor or master studies. Did she give any?
No, she doesn't specify.
Okay, well then I'll just give a quick overview. So we have the Faculty of Health and Social Work, and we have Nursing Science as a bachelor, as well as Midwifery Science, and Social Work as a bachelor and a master's program. But it's important to know that all of these programs are taught in German, so proficiency in German language is required, and there are also a few certificates we accept for the German proficiency, but they all go around the C1 level, so quite proficient already in German. But there are opportunities.
Yes, of course. So I think we're getting to the end of our session. I would like to thank so much our guests for the wonderful presentations. I'm sure you've given the public a lot to think about when they are choosing an university in Germany. So I would also like to thank our audience for being present today. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram to know about further sessions that we may have in the future. So thank you so much, everybody. And bye.
Thank you for having us. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
A lot.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.